Thank you to EA and The Sims for sponsoring this video.
At the end of every episode of my favorite podcast, the host always asks each guest how much they attribute their own success to either luck or hard work. Some of them say they just got extremely lucky, others say that it's all in their hard work, and the rest will say it's a mix of the two. But if I was to give an unsolicited opinion here, I'd say that this past year taught me that there's a third slice to the pie, a third principle to success that I believe isn't talked about enough. Welcome back to the vlog.
Cabin, boys, 2 weeks in here. We've arrived at base camp. It doesn't look roofed though.
Alright, so a few months ago, I began thinking a lot more about my own creative journey. I just took the leap to become a full-time creator, but it also came with a healthy dose of existentialism. Why did it work out in the way it did? How can I make being a creative a sustainable thing? How do I make sure to not lose track of the fun of it all? And how do I get cockroaches out of this garage? Yes, I live in a garage. I know this bit is it's getting old now, but most importantly, it made me ask the question of what separates those who can sustain a career in the creative field and those who can't. And what truly are the elements that make up this equation of success. All right, good morning. Today is the second day of base camp. Everyone got in yesterday, and we just ran the first ever base camp 5K this morning. It's been so cool to meet so many new people that are just in so many different creative fields. Like, for example, today we had a lot of people go out and run, and then we had some people stay in and work on things like their newsletter or maybe their next YouTube video. And then we had a big group of people who are just like artists, basically working on painting and drawing and doing illustrations. And the thing that really excites me is these relationships are gonna go really deep, and the ripple effect through the next year is going to be incredible. And I don't know, I think the last few months we've been so wrapped up and stuck in the spreadsheets or the emails or the calls that we haven't got a chance to really remember this feeling. And it's one of the most special feelings in the world, and it just makes me so happy. Yeah, it's a feeling you forget, and I definitely miss being back out in the field, because when you're trying to pitch sponsors and do all this work, it gets monotonous and it gets difficult. But I think now is, it's a good reminder that this is what we're doing and this is what it's for, and there is an impact. And yeah, it's been a cool vibe.
About to go on this hike.
What's been your favorite part of this week so far?
Just the vibes. It sounds a little corny, but it is the vibes. I don't know. I was saying yesterday to Max, because I gotta do everything solo. I feel like I'm always on a lonely island by myself. Yeah. And now I'm on the boat.
Yes, sir. You're on the boat, baby.
You guys came and rescued me.
Okay, do you want me to look at you or the camera?
That is an interesting point. Whatever feels natural.
Coming from having worked in a company and then having a software team, it's where I've been in my creative journey. It's been a little isolating, a little lonely. So Creator Camp's been nice to meet more people and actually build the real life connections.
Get over your fear of commitment to friendships. The main inspiration that kept me going through 10 years of making videos was this concept called The Gap by Ira Glass. And it states that when you begin a creative pursuit, you start because you have good taste, an affinity for the art, However, there'll be this gap between your taste and your ability. So basically everything you make in the beginning is gonna suck, or you're gonna think is like the worst thing ever, but the only way to close that gap is to consistently make more, to iterate, tell unique stories, experiment, and fail fast. I call this the creative process. However, others might call it hard work, and it's the first principle to success. But the issue with hard work is that we all start off in different places with different privileges and environments, and so I find it hard to believe that hard work can be that big of the piece of the success pie. And instead, I feel like I'm starting to see it more as just like a required part of the process, like a prerequisite. See, 2 years ago, I took a break from running my brand full-time called Keep It Wholesome, and to this day, I've never worked as hard as I did then. I was completely burnt out, packing orders, doing all this stuff. It was ridiculous. If you know, you know. And I basically was burned out to the point of quitting, and honestly, it didn't turn out that bad. I ended up pivoting to making more videos and focusing on my passions, but I truly don't believe that working any harder would have gotten me out of that situation. It's a slippery slope, and you can crash hard if you believe that the only way to improve or get to where you want to be is to literally put in more hours, put in more blood, sweat, and tears. It's a dangerous thing.
It wasn't me, bro. It was Chris. I swear, Chris ate some of it. It wasn't all me.
To get me used to it.
There you go. Ho ho ho. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, do some hand movements.
Ooh. Show off the grill. You know what I'm saying?
Basecamp and all our other events almost didn't happen. Every single time, somehow something went wrong. From venue changes, record snows, sponsors pulling out. If you watch the videos, you know, but somehow we've always been able to make it out all right. We've gotten lucky, and so is the second principle of success. It's luck. The opportunities you stumble into, the environment you find yourself in. Some people say that you can make your own luck. Others say you just kind of stumble upon it. But 2 months prior to Basecamp, we had no idea how we're going to pay off the venue, and just went with it.
We have 1 month to make another 8K, and then after that we have 1 week to make another 8K. So,
Chapman Chris.
fuck it, we ball.
And at the last moment, our title sponsor, who we thought wasn't interested anymore, hit us back, and we made it happen. Luck played a huge role in me being able to meet my first online friends, to my first videos really catching some attention. There are an infinite amount of factors beyond our control, and every once in a while the universe drops us a dime and we pick it up.
I think for me that I feel like it is a mix of both hard work and a lot of luck that I got to where I'm at.
When it comes to YouTube, I'd say it's about 70% hard work and 30% luck. And when it comes to short form content such as Instagram Reels and TikTok, I'd say it's the opposite.
I think that you need to work hard in order to get opportunities to see luck. And what I mean by that is when you create a video, you really sink yourself into it and you really do your best, you work very hard on it. That shows in a way that you can't really measure.
They say that luck is preparation meets opportunity. And since we're talking about hard work, I think that's synonymous to preparation. So you could just say luck is hard work meets opportunity.
I think for me specifically, I got lucky and then I worked really hard to take advantage of the opportunity that I had.
I think that I have worked really hard, but I also think that because I've worked so hard for so many years, it's created a lot of chances for me to luck out, if that makes sense.
One of my videos really took off on Instagram, and yes, it was a well-told story, which took time and effort to get to a place where I was able to tell that story. But in order for that many eyes to see it, I think there's an element of luck there.
For my own journey, I've really liked this idea that hard work and luck go hand in hand because hard work leads to luck. And those are two factors in success, but it feels like beyond that too, I think about a lot is just community. When you have friends that believe in you more than you believe in yourself, it's kind of special. It feels like you're going through life on like power-ups. And having those people around you and connecting with more people like that, who are also brave enough to be doing these crazy things, makes you feel like you can do it yourself.
January 1st, 2021, 9:53 p.m. A single DM shoots across the internet. Your stuff is incredible, man. Really inspires me. Keep it up. The beginning of everything. What started as a DM turns into a text, into calls, a group chat, and unbeknownst to them, but from that moment on, Ryan, Max, and Simon's stories would be interwoven. When I look back at the journey so far, the unequivocal biggest factor that I'm still here today is the people. Okay, yeah, I know that's corny, but like, it's true. It's true. Yes, I've been working hard. Yes, I got super lucky, but I'm also starting to believe that it's not just those two factors that play into all this and where we want to go.
Me and my mom were the closest to my grandfather. And so he called my mom and he's like, I need to see both of you as soon as you can. And my car had a flat tire, so I put it off all day. I was like, I can't go, I need to get my tire fixed. I'll do it tomorrow, then I'll go. And it was like 6 o'clock, and my mom's like, I have a horrible feeling you need to leave right now. And so I ran in the house, I fucking grabbed a trash bag and threw clothes and whatever the fuck I could find, and I ran out the door with my sister. And we drove as fast as we could. It was a 3-hour drive. We did it in 2 hours. We broke every fucking law you possibly could to get out there. And we missed him by 20 minutes. And I never showed him my music because I really wanted it to be something special. And I missed that opportunity completely because I was a perfectionist or whatever the fuck it was. And after he passed, I wrote this song. But there was something about that moment and understanding that I'll never get that opportunity again. That forced me to create, and I fuck that, to just work and do what I'm the very best at and to continue to do it. And so I worked at it every single day. And it wasn't more than 2 months later when I met James, who connected me with Chris, then I met Creator Camp. And that may have been something simple for someone else, but for me, that was a sign that maybe there's something pushing me. I think that if you have something to show somebody, you don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow. And you don't know if they're gonna be here tomorrow. So do your very best to give that to them today. Even if it's half-assed. Because you guys are all fucking great. If you show them now, it's greater than they ever thought it could be. So this one is one that I wrote for my grandfather. The best friend that I mentioned is my sister. And then the second half is about
Something magical happens when you meet those people. Suddenly, the work doesn't seem as daunting as before. You end up digging a little deeper, going a little further. I would have given up a long time ago if it wasn't for these guys. Let's be honest, the debate of luck versus hard work is gonna go on forever. It's subjective, but I strongly believe that if you're chasing a dream, finding others is not just an optional part of the journey, but a requirement that sometimes is more important than either luck or hard work.
Amazing, all right? I want you to live up to it every day, man.
Every day, yo.
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
Wow.
Mr. Clint, about to leave back home. Been a great week.
It's been an amazing week.
A lot of new clarity in your direction.
Absolutely.
Get in the van.
Yeah, well, that's, dude, isn't that fucking wild? I would say that is the direction I want to be moving forward to. So just figuring out, logistically how it works.
Yeah.
And putting it together. So yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, bro. I can't believe it's happening. We get that van.
New song's out. New song was released this week. Cooked up a lot.
Put it out on Wednesday.
Yeah, dude. I just want to tell you how much I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I got that video of you talking about, like, that one night explaining what the songs meant to you. And I watched it back and I was just like, it was incredible, dude.
Thank you, bro.
And yeah, basically, I'm working with The Sims, and they're like, yo, go out here, support any artists, and I want to support you in this next step. And yeah, I wanted to give you $1,000 just to help you with the band. Start it
Are you
off.
serious?
Yeah.
Bro. Nah, get up right now. What do you mean right now?
Let's make it happen. And
dude, shout out Sims.
Shout out The Sims.
Shout out The Sims.
Real quick, before this video comes to an end, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, The Sims. As you guys know, if you've been following along, this is episode 2 of a 3-video series just documenting my journey of taking the leap into the unknown and trying to be a full-time creative. The team's also been gracious enough to set aside some budget, so I was able to go to Basecamp and support some artists. Shout out Clint, stream his new song Old News over here. It's actually crazy, it's a banger. This campaign's honestly huge in my ability to be able to support myself as a creative, and so I'm excited to kind of document that journey in the final episode in about a month. That being said, I know that a lot of times I create these videos about what it's like being a creative and the ups and downs and community, and it's very feel good, but I also realize how hard it is to find community. It's a difficult thing where I feel like the first step, there's just a huge barrier to entry, or you might be feeling nervous about it or not know how to connect with other people online. And so part of this video, I'm going to be linking a forum down below in the description and the pinned comment. Basically, if you're a creative or just someone who's looking for a community online and looking for people to kind of grow together with, if you go ahead and fill out that form, I'm not going to be able to connect everyone to a community, but I'm going to do my best to connect a lot of you guys, a select group of you guys, to each other. Who knows what happens? Maybe you guys end up going on ventures, becoming best friends. Maybe you don't. But at the end of the day, I feel like at least that would be a good first step in finding community. Anyways, again, thank you so much to the Sims team for sponsoring this video and helping me spark creativity, and also spark creativity in all you creators out there as well watching this. Hope you're doing well. Much love, and I'll see you soon. Peace.